Welcome to ECCB Connects, a production of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank designed to share with you who we are, what we do, and how we serve you. On this, the final episode of Season 29, we explore the region's push toward cleaner, more resilient, and affordable energy. The ECCB's Kieran St Omer joins us to share insights on the Caribbean Resilient Renewable Energy Infrastructure Investment Facility, a groundbreaking initiative set to transform our region's future, from lower electricity costs to stronger grids and new investment opportunities. Stay with us for more after the break.
Are you connected? Have you liked the ECCB Connects Facebook page and subscribed to the YouTube channel? It's quick and easy. Next time you go check in for the latest coup on Facebook, just search for ECCB Connects and hit like. While you're at it, check us out on YouTube. Search for ECCB Connects and hit subscribe. And just like that, you're connected. But don't keep it all to yourself. Invite your relatives, friends, associates, and even your Facebook stalkers to get connected too. Hey, you're not on Facebook? No problem. Send us a WhatsApp message to 662-2561 and we'll connect you to our broadcast list. So come on, get connected.
Kieran, welcome to ECCB Connects. It's a pleasure to have you.
It's a pleasure to be here, Sharon. I'm so excited for this season finale.
Great. And before we get into the discussion of this very big initiative, let's talk about something that we can all relate to. When people hear about renewable energy, it can sound a bit technical, but it's really simple. It's energy we get from things around us, like the sun, the wind, the heat in the earth, even water, And the best part about that is that it is clean and it keeps coming and it's ours. And for us in the Caribbean, where electricity bills can be high and hurricanes can just knock out power in an instant, finding better, more reliable sources of energy is becoming more and more important. For someone hearing about the Caribbean Resilient Renewable Energy Infrastructure Investment Facility, what exactly is this about?
Thank you, Shannon. I think that's the very first thing we should touch on. And it is important. You looked at what is natural around us that we can actually tap into to help us improve our livelihoods. It's in the name. Just flipping that around, it's a financing facility, a fund that we've put together to support infrastructure investments in clean energy for the Caribbean. And we're starting with our Eastern Caribbean member states who have been partnering and championing this alongside key partners like the World Bank. So for us across the Caribbean, we saw that, and we also experience where we're paying, like you said, some of the highest electricity prices in the world, being consumers and importers of energy. This facility can help us become producers, where the transition to clean energy, the benefits, I can call out 3 key ones that would be immediate when we look at sustainability, energy security and independence, climate resilience, some of the key things that affect us and we need to mobilize funding for. So here we have the Caribbean Renewable Energy Facility that is available to improve access to financing for renewable energy infrastructure development in our region.
Kieran, why is an initiative like this important for our region at this time?
Globally, we see there are policy shifts where the move away from fossil fuel, there is that global movement. And in the region, we are importers. While we import, and there are some significant costs for us, when we talk about building back better, we need to be able to reduce those costs for our economies. 17% of our imports account for fuel imports. right? 17% of what we produce as a region goes towards paying those imports for us to be able to power our systems and economy. We can change that if we transition to renewable energy. So this initiative, one of the key barriers we've seen is that most of our member states, our transmission, our distribution network, our infrastructure is dated. It is critical now. Within the next 5 years, most would have to be replaced. I think above 50% in some of our countries. Why reinvest, put good money into bad decisions? We need to modernize right now. Get it right so that we can be sustainable in our practices and be more independent and achieve energy security by tapping into our own very natural resources. That is the key benefit, an immediate barrier we will address if we do that shift and get the necessary funding, which the facility is here to provide for.
Kieran, in 2025, there was a historic signing ceremony for this initiative. And fast forward to today, phase 1 is now active in 3 of our member countries, namely Grenada, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. What specific results can we expect to see?
Thank you, Chana, and I must take this time to congratulate our member states in getting the facility active. And from that achievement, as that during the last 2 months, October and November, it did take significant effort. So huge congratulations to them. And we see project management units are being activated, right? We also see an activation of the regional coordination unit as well. We will also see the risk mitigation fund and the instruments being launched. Once this happens, we will also see the commencement of grid investments very soon in those member states who would have selected what their priority investments are. So we're working along with the utility companies, the regulators for energy in those countries to get things in order in terms of the incentives, the frameworks, the projects, and that will be kickstarting very, very soon. The key benefit we're looking forward, which is the very first time, is through those countries coming together collectively, the aggregation of projects, standardization of processes to move things along very seamlessly. This will be a huge benefit to our member states.
That the World Bank has partnered with the countries of the Eastern Caribbean, with the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank and other partners to put in place a renewable energy facility to help with the renewable energy investments in the region. One of the very important ingredients is to lower the cost of energy. This is what will make easier for the private sector to operate, to create jobs. This is what will make it easier for the households to improve the quality of their life when their energy bill will not be as high as today.
For us at ECCB, we are more than pleased to support this project. About 3 years ago, we went to our Monetary Council and formally requested their endorsement and support to proceed. The Council strongly supported this project and urged us to proceed, and we have done just that. So we are proceeding today with clarity of thought and with the powers from the highest decision-making body of the Central Bank, the Monetary Council, and that is why we are doing this particular project. One of the things this project will do is to mobilize additional capital, private capital, to our member countries in ways that we cannot currently mobilize. And that is through the guarantee program, which will be an integral part of this facility. We were very clear when we started this journey. This project cannot simply tell us that we high risk. This project cannot simply tell us we have policy and regulatory gaps. We know that. And yes, we must fix those. Necessary, but not sufficient. The project has to bring financing to the table so that we actually do real investments.
Now, Kieran, people are interested in, how initiatives like these affect their pockets. Could this eventually help to reduce energy costs for households and businesses?
Certainly, this is the whole objective of it, improving lives, transforming our region. Given that we're 90% reliant on fossil fuel imports, we'll be able to reduce our reliance, improve our energy security and resilience. So certainly, immediate impact on our everyday pockets and lives. Beyond you and me, our businesses, their operations, the cost of it will be significantly reduced as well. And now we're only, these numbers I'm quoting, by tripling from 10 to 12 megawatts, well, we're at least 34 megawatts. Now we're adding an additional 65 megawatts for the projects that have been identified for 3 countries. Imagine bringing on all of our 8 ECU member states and even the broader Caribbean region in future phases that can significantly improve on how much we produce within. And we do have sufficient sources to produce what we need for our economies.
Interesting. Kieran, this initiative sounds like it aligns with the ideals of the governor's big push. And we know that is a call that he made to, see how we could double the size of the economies of our member countries within the next decade.
Certainly, it does fit into our thrust for transformation. And if we are to double our economies, what we produce, that means our needs will soar. Energy demand will soar. Do we keep importing? No. It will be a huge benefit if we're actually producing what we need. It's more sustainable. This will bring about significant fiscal savings. When we did some modeling, see what the numbers could look like if we increase it from 34 megawatts across the region to bringing in full capacity, because some of our member states have actually made announced targets to move to 100% renewable energy within the next 5 or 10 years. So this is important for the big push, for us to be able to finance our development and to power our development by producing our own energy. Energy security, energy independence is critical for us to achieve sustainability and resilience.
Kieran, thank you very much for sharing these insights and helping us to better understand how this important facility will support cleaner, more reliable energy across the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union.
Thank you, Shanna, and thank you for having us here. This certainly improves the visibility of the work that we're doing in the region, very important work, and definitely ties into the ECCB's big push agenda, where it is critical that we prepare ourselves to be able to deliver on those promises and that challenge, of course.
And now for this week's financial tip.
Emergencies happen when you least expect them. Put something aside to cover the unexpected. Aim to have at least 3 months' salary set aside for emergencies.
We have come to the end of this week's episode of ECCB Connects. We shared with you insights on the Caribbean Resilient Renewable Energy Infrastructure Investment Facility. As the ECCB continues to champion innovation, we look forward to the positive impact this initiative will bring to the countries of the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. Thank you for watching, and remember, while we're on break, do stay connected with us on our social media platforms. On behalf of the ECCB Connects production team, best wishes for a wonderful holiday season.